to the special welcome all to the special
Jai
class
Prakash
on
Prabhu and Sanjay Prabhu, they are showing the calendar, Mataji.
yes, great. Yes, very nice. This is perfect. So if you look at the calendar in red, there is a timing written. So in case anybody is not aware, I'll tell to get in touch with Jai Prakash Prabhu. Jai Prakash Prabhu, will you help other devotees if they are not aware? I will give your number to others. Is that okay? We'll see. After the end of the class, we'll see who needs help. Great.
Okay.
Yes, Sanjay Prabhu. Very nice. It's good. Perfect. Okay, so let's begin. And last time we discovered we were talking about Prabhupada, and we were seeing that how he left his family and he went to Vrindavan and he was living in a temple there, and he was about to go to US. And so before that, I thought I missed a very important point last time in the class, and that is the kind of struggles which Prabhupada went through in his life. So he tried to spread Krishna consciousness in India, and the kind of struggles he went through. Actually, again, I was reading one book on Prabhupada I have about his life. And believe me, while I was reading that book, I had tears in my eyes. The kind of struggle that, Prabhupada went, and for what? Just to make us understand Krishna, just to make us Krishna conscious. At that age where we all retire, think of retiring, playing with our grandchildren, Prabhupada was struggling. So I picked up few very important points, few important points which were very close to my heart and which moved me. I mean, if I start reading, it will take months to read the book. But then I thought, let me give you the some important points here. So in February 1944, Prabhupada first, the first issue of his magazine, Back to Godhead, was published in Calcutta. So it's a magazine, and I just put it in the chat. So, what is the story about this magazine? What is so important about this magazine? So, let's see this. So, Prabhupada, he wanted, he started this magazine because he wanted to fulfill the desire of his guru, Srila Bhakti Siddhant. Okay. And actually, Bhakti Siddhant told him to go and preach this Krishna consciousness to the English speaking world, means go out of India and preach this message. So before Prabhupada's guru died, he had established an organization called Gaudiya Math, and this was also in Bengal. So actually, deaf people who are living in Bengal, they will know this word very well. And I'll put it in the chat. So Guru Prabhupada's guru had set up this organization, the Gaudiya Math, and from his math, he sent some of his disciples abroad out of India to preach, not Prabhupada. Before Prabhupada came, he sent many of his disciples that you go out of India and you spread the message of Krishna. So these people who went out, they were not very successful and they came back to India after a short time. So when Prabhupada met his guru and his guru gave him Diksha, he only asked Prabhupada one thing, that your English is very good. Why don't you go out of India and preach? And it is because it was his desire, it was his dream that you start one magazine where every 15 days you start a magazine where you give everybody the knowledge about Krishna. So this magazine, Back to Godhead, was actually the dream of his guru. Prabhupada's guru, but actually it was started by Prabhupada. So here I'll share an image of some of the magazines which uh, which are very old. Like I'll just read out the years to all of you. Some pictures were collected and very, very old magazines. So these magazines are still going on. This process of publishing this magazine is still continuing in ISKCON temples. And if you happen to go to ISKCON, if you see a very thin booklet of Back to Godhead, and it is available in all languages, in Hindi, English, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, so many languages, even out of India, it is available in many languages. And it is just, I think, 20-25 rupees. So this has actually been started by Prabhupada because his Guru Maharaj was desiring, he was desiring that yes, you should publish such a magazine. Actually, he wanted him to print books on topics of Krishna. So Guru Maharaj or Prabhupada personally instructed him that since your English is very good, you should preach to people in Western countries about Krishna. And if you have money, you must print books. And Prabhupada took this instruction as the purpose of his life. Whatever books you are seeing in ISKCON, whatever learning we are doing here, sitting here in the class, actually it is all the hard work of Srila Prabhupada. So this is about the books and Prabhupada, as I mentioned, that when he was still in Calcutta, he saw World War II and he saw the partition between India and Pakistan. And a famine had come. There was famine, you all understand, there is no water on earth and the whole land is drying, no crops are coming. So all those very difficult times Prabhupada saw. He also saw that how corruption was increasing in society, crime was increasing in society. And Prabhupada started writing to government officials and he was explaining his idea that government should rule on the principles of Krishna consciousness, like how the Vedic style of teaching is. That's how the government should function. In fact, he even wrote to Mahatma Gandhi insisting that now partition has happened and you're also at a very prime age. So why don't you retire and help me in spreading message of Krishna consciousness? And before their reply could come, Mahatma Gandhi was killed, as we all know. And then Prabhupada was once preaching in a place in India which is called Jhansi. And as I told you last time, that he was having a business of pharmacy, but he was not so interested in, carrying forward the business, but he was more interested in spiritual life. He wanted to spread the message of Krishna across the world and he wanted to preach. But yes, he had to do business because he had wife, he had children, he had to take care of the family. So he was doing business. He was in pharmacy business, making medicines. But once he had gone to this place called Jhansi and he was preaching, and then he got a telegram that that his place where he was doing the business was looted. The servants who were working for him stole all the money medicines, and many other valuable things. So Srila Prabhupada was continuing business so that, as I told you, that that money can be not only used for the family, but that money can also be used for spreading Krishna consciousness. As I keep telling you that whatever money you are getting, your husband is getting, your wife is getting, or your children are giving you some money, you must use that money in service of Krishna, right? So that's what Prabhupada's mind was also like that. We have learned from him only that how his business was there, not just for supporting family, but also to spread Krishna consciousness, printing books and magazines. Now, slowly, Prabhupada started realizing that he was not getting support from his family. His parents had died, and his wife, children, and other relatives were not interested in topics about God. And Srila Prabhupada wanted his wife to help him in spreading Krishna consciousness, but she was not interested. In fact, she was very interested. She was very fond of drinking tea. And as we all know that, when you take up to spiritual life, we leave tea, coffee, right? So this concept of tea actually was introduced by the Britishers, by the English people. In India, we never used to drink tea. So, and once what happened, she sold, she needed money, and she sold Prabhupada's Bhagavatam copy, whatever Prabhupada was translating book. She picked up that book, she went to the market and she sold that book. And in exchange of that book, she bought some tea and biscuits. And Prabhupada came home and he was searching his Bhagavatam copy and he couldn't find. And then he asked his wife, have you seen my Bhagavatam? She said that, yes, I wanted some tea and biscuits, so I have sold that. So imagine, for Prabhupada, it was his soul. The Bhagavatam was like his soul. How shocked he must have been. So at that time, anyways, he knew that she was not at all interested in joining him. He really wanted that, as husband and wife, both together should work in Krishna consciousness. So then Prabhupada asked her, you have to choose between tea or you have to choose your husband. So his wife said, no, I would have to leave my husband, but I cannot leave tea. And so that day, Prabhupada decided that yes, he must leave the house and continue his journey, continue to follow the instructions of his guru. He left home, and as I said, that he was preaching in Jhansi, and there also people asked him to vacate the house where he was preaching. And Prabhupada then moved to Delhi. He started living in an ashram, and his condition was so bad. He was living like a beggar, sometimes in temple, sometimes in someone's house, food, clothes, and shelter. There was big struggle to have food, big struggle for having clothes because he had no money. The business was not there. His aim was not to work, his aim was to preach, to teach the message of Krishna, to continue the message of his Guru. So these were the most difficult times he went through. Since his childhood, you know, he was um, he was not deprived of anything. They were very well off family. There was no question in where he will live. He had a beautiful, comfortable house, and he was the favorite child of their father. And when he grew up, he got so much of love and blessings from his own guru. So here I'll share a picture of Prabhupada talking to his wife and son. So as I was talking that how Prabhupada was working on this magazine, and he would go to the printer. In fact, getting paper itself, you used to need permission from the government. Paper was not easily available. So for paper also, he had to take special permission. And imagine a person who has no clothes to wear. He has no food to eat, no place to stay. And still, he was so convinced, he was so passionate. But magazine should not stop. Printing should not stop. People should get this knowledge about Krishna. He would go to printer, and whereas and when he will have money, he will try to give that money to the printer. And after picking up copies from printer, he would walk around the city, personally selling them door to door. On foot, he had no cycle, no conveyance, no mode of transportation. And as he will see some tea stand, some tea shop, he will go and sit there, and whosoever will come to have tea, he will try to sell them a copy of the magazine, and he will request them to please take this copy, whether it was those winters or whether it was those summers. So because I don't know any of you are from Delhi, then Delhi cold and Delhi heat both are very, 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 very strong. It is very difficult in those times. And whether it was summer time and the temperature was very high, once Prabhupada, on roads, he was distributing books. He had a stroke, and he fell down. He became unconscious on the streets. Fortunately, some of his friend was passing by, and he picked it up and took him to the hospital. In another incident, one cow came and ran over him, injured Prabhupada, and again he fell and he had many injuries. So Prabhupada was struggling so much. He had no money, no place to stay, no clothes to wear, but still he had full conviction on Krishna. He had full faith on Krishna. And then he remembered, yes, my Guru Maharaj wanted me to preach out of India. He didn't stop there. He was not just distributing in India. He got the address of library and university of out of India places. And he started sending them parcel of these magazines. Within India, he started getting in touch with the government officials, like he got in touch with President of India, but nobody responded. And then Prabhupada slowly decided that here there's a lot of suffering. Let me go to Vrindavan and start writing in Vrindavan. So then Prabhupada slowly moved to Vrindavan, and the first place, earlier I was telling you about that how he stayed in one temple. So the first temple Prabhupada visited was, he took a small room in this temple. It's called Vamsi Gopalji Temple in Vrindavan. So he took a small room, but Prabhupada was very happy here because it was the land of Krishna. It was a place where Krishna had performed all the Leelas. And suddenly his heart was very peaceful, and he started writing all the books. But he was all alone. Money was still not there. But yes, his heart was happy that yes, I have I have Krishna with me. I have my Guru Maharaj with me. And one night he was sleeping when he was Vrindavan. His Guru Maharaj appeared in his dream and asked him to take sannyas. Because it is believed that if you want to preach to people in very big way, then taking sannyas is very important. So as I had shared the picture last time that how Guru Maharaj has taken sannyas from another of his god brothers, his somebody like him. So Prabhupada took sannyas. And then he decided that just printing magazine will not happen. If I have to go out of India, I have to take books with me. And what books? Bhagavad Gita. I have to take Srimad Bhagavatam. And so Prabhupada started working on these books. So the Bhagavad Gita that we all have today, or any of you have Srimad Bhagavatam with you, all have been translated very, very easily in different Indian languages, in different foreign languages by Prabhupada. So Prabhupada translated in English, very simple English, English that we all can understand, or Marathi, Gujarati, that later on was done. But Prabhupada started writing, and then, he moved again. He thought, okay, I will write in Vrindavan and I will get it printed in Delhi. So imagine there were days when Prabhupada would daily travel from Vrindavan to Delhi, which is almost 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours every day. So everything needs money. Traveling needs money, printing needs money. So then Prabhupada's first book was Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada then moved to another temple. That is, we discussed last time, that was Radha Damodar temple. So this place actually was, uh, all the previous acharyas actually had lived in this place. So this place was very close to the heart for Prabhupada. But constantly, in his heart, Krishna was saying, his guru was saying that yes, you are comfortable here, you're living here, you're very happy here, but you're not supposed to live here. You are supposed to go out. You're supposed to go out of India and preach. You have to go out of India and take the
Sorry,
message of
Mataji, just to clarify, Prabhupada's Guruji is passed on right now, right?
passed away. Yeah, yeah, he passed away. He was coming in his dreams and he was giving his dreams and instructing him that you go out. They were ordering him to leave Vrindavan and go out and preach the message of Krishna. In fact, there was once a very, very sad incident that Prabhupada was sitting and his suitcase, which had books, which had little savings, that was also stolen. Some thief came and he
Where,
stole
Mataji?
in Vrindavan only. So a lot of struggles. He was writing, he was printing, he was traveling Vrindavan to Delhi, Delhi to Vrindavan. He had no money, his suitcase was stolen. He was cooking. It's not that you go to a hotel and you cook. He was cooking his own food. And that age was approaching. He left India at 69 years. So he was almost like 67, 68 age. And at that time, he was traveling, he was cooking himself, he was full time, he was awake at night, he was translating books. So imagine these books actually are written everything in Sanskrit. So today, if somebody brings a Sanskrit book in front of us, we cannot read them. Very tough. But Prabhupada knew Sanskrit. And he picked up those books and started translating those books in easy English language. So whatever today I'm sitting here and giving the classes is because I can now read Bhagavad Gita because Prabhupada has made it very simple for us. But slowly people started recognizing, and he also met Lal Bahadur Shastri. who's again Hare Krishna. Okay, so he met Lal Bahadur Shastri, who was the prime minister at that time in India, and Shastri ji, he wrote a very beautiful reply to Prabhupada. He said, "Dear Swamiji, many thanks for your letter. I am very grateful to you for presenting a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam to me, and it would be very good idea if libraries in government institutions purchase copy of these books." So actually, this was the first time a very big appreciation which Prabhupada got from such a senior person in government, that is the Prime Minister himself. Here sharing a picture of Prabhupada with Lal Bahadur Shastri.
I'll just get some water, Mataji.
Ah, sure. Yes, so this is how now, but once he started getting respect and recognition from the government officials, and people slowly started recognizing, then Prabhupada's difficulty slowly started getting less. And this is the time when he started approaching people to, give him money or to sponsor him so that he can go out of India and start preaching. Because that was Prabhupada's big mission, because this was the instruction from his Guru Maharaj. This was the instruction which his Guru Maharaj had given, that you go out, because here in India people are still little God conscious, but out of India there is absolutely no knowledge about who's God. So it is very important you go out and preach to the Western countries. So the point, my dear friends, of explaining so much of struggle what Prabhupada went through, this is just little bit I'm telling. If you read the book, like this is the book I have, I'll just share with you. Saurav, you can focus me. Yeah, thank you. So this is the book I was reading. Actually, this is the smaller version. In temple, if you go, you we have two big volumes of Prabhupada's life story. So I have just given you a very, very small hint of what he went through, what kind of struggles he went through. Like we all are sitting now in front of our TV screen and computer, and we have phones and we are comfortable. Imagine a time when Prabhupada left everything. He left the comfort of his own house. He left his family. He left his business. For what? He was not even sure whether something will happen or not. He was not even sure whether he'll be successful or not. But one thing was sure, he had full faith in the words of his guru. He had full faith in Krishna. So the two people we always should keep our faith on, and that is Krishna and second, our Guru. So for all of us, who is our Guru? Even if you don't have Diksha, still Prabhupada is all everybody's Guru because he is giving you knowledge, he is giving you direction. He is the one who's given us the Hare Krishna mantra. He is the one who's told us about Ekadashi and all the festivals, all that knowledge that I am actually sitting here and passing on. I actually am just doing the duty of a courier person or just like a postman. It is not my knowledge. It is knowledge which is simplified and given to me by Prabhupada. It is because of his difficult life that he has spent, left everything, his money, his business, his position, his family, a comfortable life. And for what? For us. And if we are not serious about our bhakti life, if we are not sincere, then all the effort, all his efforts are wasted, isn't it? Like those of you are who are parents here, who have children, you don't you think that how much you want your children to be successful? You want your children to get good jobs, good money, good marriage, right? And you become happy because your children are successful. So similarly, Prabhupada feels that we all are his children. And if we don't follow what he is teaching us, then he will be so disappointed. So it is very important that we are very, very sincere looking at his life, how much struggle he went through in his life. It is very important that we take this Krishna conscious very, very seriously. Just be very honest and sincere. That's it. Nothing big, no big money is required. Just your honesty, just your sincerity is required. So this is what it is for today, and we'll see how Prabhupada moves, who sponsors him, and so here is a another picture. Two more pictures are there. One is the first time the printing press where this magazine was getting published. There's a photograph of that printing press, and also the ship in which Prabhupada went. Let's see both the pictures. So thank you so much. We will next class we will see Prabhupada's journey to America, who sponsored him, and how did he get that money to travel, and what was his life in America. It was not like somebody was waiting for him with a garland. Again, it was a very difficult life in America. It took him so much of hard work and a different country totally where people were so uh, always busy in meat eating and drinking and illicit sex. India is still a very pious country and people are still very God conscious. But there in America, people were very different. So Prabhupada had a very difficult life even there. But his Guru and Krishna, these are the two people he wanted to make them happy. Okay. So thank you so much. We can have some questions. We have another 15 minutes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Namaste.
Namaste.
He says, Mataji, he's saying that can a book be sent, Srila Prabhupada's book, to his place? He wants to read.
Yeah, sure, it's in English. Will you be able to read? You check that, Saurabh. I have no problems in sending. And
Yes.
if there are more people, I can order more copies. Let me know who's interested. At the end of the class, you can let me know. I have to check what is its price. So you can send me the money and I can, your address and money, I will send you the book. Not a problem. I'll be very happy.
Prakhar says he has no money, Mataji.
You have no money. You can ask your parents.
Mataji, if you could pay, he's saying.
Okay. Provided you'll read, I'll pay.
He says yes, he'll read
Oh,
English.
fine, fine. Send me your address. Hare Krishna.
I'm sorry, I don't understand, Mataji. Oh, Mataji, he says if the book can be scanned and sent, that could also help.
I don't think so. I'll see if it is there on Vedabase. It is there online. I will see. I don't think with this available. It's the big volume. Two big volumes are available, but not this one. The smaller version, I don't think it's there online. It's on. I'll check still. I'll check. I'll check and let you know. Hare Krishna.
So he has second question, Mataji.
We can take others Saurabh first. Otherwise, nobody will be able to attend.
Hare Krishna, Anshuman
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
So Prabhupada, Mataji, the Srimad Bhagavad,
Yeah.
how much time do you think it would have taken, Mataji, for the translation to be ready and the book to have been published?
No, many years. We moved to US. Still, he was continuing. It's not. It's at there 12 volumes of Bhagavatam actually. 18,000 verses. I'll just type. Srimad Bhagavatam has 18,000 shloka.
How many volumes, Mataji? 11, you said?
12. I don't know how many years it took, even
So
when he
Mataji,
went.
when you said he got Bhagavatam published, right? When you had said that the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
book,
First one.
that was not the
First,
full one.
first no, only the first canto, only the first book.
That was, I think, what was missed. So might have been thought that the full thing was done.
No, not full. Just the first copy. The first book was printed. I'll have to check how much time, how many years it took. It's not here in this the smaller version book. It is not there. Maybe the bigger version, it might be there. How many years it took him?
So it was done in like episodes, right?
Yeah. Not all. The 12 cantos not together. Even when he went to US, he was just sleeping for 2 hours and he was continuously translating Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Namaste Mataji.
See?
So Mataji, like you were talking about Prabhupada, it was really very, very emotional, touched me that he
Yes.
went through so much. He separated, I mean, he was isolated, he was lonely, and all of this because of his, dedication. And I also want to achieve that kind of dedication and back to
Very
God,
nice.
back to
I'm so
Krishna.
happy. I'm very happy. Very, very
But he's still
happy.
signing, Mataji, he's still signing.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm just responding parallelly.
Mataji, he's saying that ISKCON some Guru
Huh.
Who he's been seeing that a lot of people, Gurgaon. So there is someone called, so Prabhu is saying that he was seeing some videos called Gurgaon ISKCON. Uh,
Okay.
Prabhu's name is HG. On
Okay.
YouTube, he makes videos where he's singing and there are no interpreters. So he's really sad that there are no interpreters. He want
Yeah.
accessible.
So what is the question?
No question, Mataji. Just wanted to comment.
Yes, even I feel that there's so much knowledge to give, but we have restriction of translating and interpreting. So we are working. Please pray that may more people join in preaching to the deaf, and may you should all pray for us so that the hearing people can join, more people can join hands, and they should help in you know preaching this message of Prabhupada across to all the deaf. So you should pray for us also. Please pray for me and pray that may other people like me join hands in helping spreading Krishna consciousness to the deaf people. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
thank you, Hare Krishna.
I think her name is Jyotika. You can sign Jyotika. Uh,
I just told her it helps if you put the right name.
yeah, correct.
Some settings, some problem,
Okay.
some password, some issue. Hare Krishna. Mataji, regarding the fast, the time, like you were
Right.
saying, 9 months. So uh, that time we can give fruits or vegetables to Krishna. What should we offer as bhoga?
Anything you have to you have to take a grain prasad. That is more important. You give Krishna anything. You give Krishna before that, or you keep it. You take a rice from last day also. So some you have some rice with you, or some small grain. You can put it in the mouth of prasad, and then to Krishna you can offer. You can offer later on also. No problem. And if you want to give it that during that time, then anything will do. Anything, any prasad, any bhoga will do. It's just that you have to open your fast in that period.
Clear. Okay. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namaste.
Namaste.
I see, Mataji, the sessions are very, quite touching, quite nice, but I don't understand it fully. You spoke about Gandhi was assassinated, Mataji, right? Some
Yes.
Gandhi was died. I don't know about it. Could you just clarify that?
So are you from India, some part of India or out of India?
I'm from Nepal, Mataji.
Okay. So Mahatma Gandhi was a leader in India, and he was present at the time of independence in 1947 when India got independent. And he was helping through non-violence, means he did not want people to kill each other. And through non-violence, he wanted India to, become free. So Mahatma Gandhi was a very old man and he had a lot of followers. But during the last days when India became independent and India and Pakistan separated from each other, that time somebody started hating him, and that person called Nathuram Godse was the name, and he killed, pointed with a gun. You want me to type, Saurav? I'll type. So this person Point blank, he came right in front of Mahatma Gandhi, was going for a morning prayer, and he shot him on the head. So some fanatics who do not like, so it's all kind of people. If you are a public figure, if you are a famous person, so they will kill you. They don't like your ideologies. So all kind of people are there. Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll take, she's new, we'll take short.
Prabhupada's wife,
Yeah,
family, Prabhupada's parents,
okay.
his family, and wife. Oh, so he left them, right? Or he was asked to leave, Mataji?
No, he left them. He left them.
Prabhupada himself, right? And parents also he left?
Parents had already died by that time.
When no no, for example, when you go back, when he started his spiritual life, did he leave his house?
No, he was traveling. He was preaching. He was traveling, coming back to his own house. But he observed that they were not liking his preaching activities. The family was not appreciating. Prabhupada's parents appreciated, but his wife and children and other relatives, they did not appreciate it. Hare Krishna.
Okay, that's clear, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Uh, yeah, I just wanted to know the sign names I have to spell every time. So, Mataji, the fast basically to be open during Paran time.
Okay.
So, uh, when we make the bhoga
Okay.
and offer it to Krishna, and then we can. So, Mataji is asking all three meals. If I would like to, when I cook, I make a bhoga and offer it to Krishna, and then I eat. Is that a good
Correct.
thing? Can I do it?
Yes, that's the best thing. Whatever you put it in your mouth, first offer.
So just like the fast, Mataji, basically all the meals I can do the same, right? Offer
Yeah,
to the Lord first and then I eat.
correct, correct. On fast, we don't offer, usually we don't eat grain, but whatever you're cooking, you offer. That's it, except onion garlic. Hare Krishna.
One second, Mataji, I just want to clarify. Mataji, sorry, I'm just confused because this question is something different.
Okay.
For Mataji, to break the time, sorry, to
Yeah.
break the fast, you have to follow the time on the calendar.
Right, right.
You have to see the app, right?
Yes.
You saw, okay, I hope that makes sense, Mataji, because I wanted to clarify. He's saying because of related to the fast.
Acha. Okay, okay. So he's got it, no? It's understood. Still confused.
Hare Krishna. Nandini Mataji, she says, Mataji, the fast before. Do we have more classes about Prabhupada, right, Mataji?
Yes, yes, we still have. I'll try to make
This
it
is
brief, but
interest.
yeah.
This is interesting, Mataji. It's difficult for us, to go through the books and other materials because of accessibility, but this is a great way. I just wanted to, during the Damodar Aarti, during the Kartik month, Mataji, Damodar Aarti, which you were doing, I had sent you some question. I think you didn't understand it. It was regarding the mantra. I think the chanting which we had to do. I think something like that. You probably didn't understand that my English, and I had made a video of one thing I had missed. I wanted to help and get a nice video of all the people in the group. They did an online thing. I think they had done it the last. They had done online, I think the last Damodar, last wala thing, no, Mataji, they had done an online Aarti session on Zoom. And there were
Okay.
lot of people who had joined and they were all doing it together. So Nandini Mataji had an idea that she would like to help you take like a video of all of them doing together.
They
But then,
she should have sent me a link. No, why didn't they send me a link? I kept asking Nilanchal, I kept asking Nandini, share me people doing Aarti. Nobody sent me a link. I would have joined.
there were not many people, Mataji, few of them came and they were not available. Many of them were not available.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do it. Anyway, no problem. Next
Okay.
time
Hare
we will.
Krishna. Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
2025.
Sure, sure. Okay, thank you, Saurabh. So I'll quickly share a picture of Bhagavatam. You can exit. And the complete set which Prabhupada had translated, I can just share a picture and then we'll close the class. You can leave. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Saurav. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So I'll share that picture and then I'll exit the meeting. Hare Krishna.